because I'd broken the story of Megxit in January 2020, because I'd broken a whole load of stories about him and his behaviour and his wife's behaviour and how much the late Queen hated it. And rather than him thinking, Angela, okay, this could have been down to my behaviour, my wife's behaviour, the fact that there were so many disgruntled people within the British royal family, so many courtiers, so many members of the royal family themselves who were so horrified by this behaviour that they wanted it to become public. And obviously that's my job, right, to report the truth. Rather than think that, Angela, he made a fool of himself because he decided, oh, Dan Wootton was breaking the law. That's what he was doing. He must have been paying people for these stories. And actually, he must have been paying royal officials, and that would make it a crime. So I'm going to report this to the police. I'm going to report this to Kensington Palace. He was humiliated, Angela Levin. Totally humiliated. Now, in that case, he had sent a pre-action letter, but he never actually went through with obviously filing the claim because he would have lost. He would have lost. But what it shows you, Angela, is that he will try and hunt down his enemies and jail them. He's doing the same thing with Piers Morgan. He wants the Metropolitan Police to reopen their investigation into Piers Morgan and phone hacking while he was editor of the Daily Mirror. And obviously, there is a lot of thought that Piers Morgan has not told the truth when it comes to hacking. But come on, this is something that happened 30 years ago, Angela. People have already gone to jail. It's been long litigated. And I actually find it disgusting that a prince, a member of the royal family, would think that a good use of the British police's time at the moment, when, by the way, and Harry would have no idea about this because he doesn't know how we have to live, Angela. He's got no idea of what it's like to be an ordinary person. You know, all he cares about his security. Well, I'm mugged on the street in London because it's so lawless. The police don't do a damn thing. You know, my house is broken into. The police don't do a damn thing. Yet he wants the police to spend a whole load of time trying to get Piers Morgan jailed from something that went on 30 years ago. It's mentally deranged.
Yes, I think that this problem that he's got is that he doesn't like anyone saying anything that he doesn't want to hear. It's a very strange thing. He's very well known, and Meghan is as well, but he only wants what he allows them to say, which is good stuff. So if a journalist says, they were at some terrible film last night, so should they have gone to the film? I mean, that's a nonsense thing. Just say that. You know, he will go mad because he doesn't feel he wanted anyone to know about that. And I think that it goes up from the small things like that to the big things. He doesn't want any truth said about his wife. He doesn't want any truth said about him. If he's standing there giving a lecture, telling us what to do when he doesn't do it, he's okay as long as you don't mention that he doesn't do that. But he wants us to know that we shouldn't. You know, for children, he doesn't want them to listen to anything on the radio, on the television that might make them unhappy or be very bad for them. Okay, but Meghan's gone back and she's absolutely on all sorts of things, coming out, making comments, using it for herself, using her children to earn money. But he hates that. You see, how dare we interfere with his life? But if he's a prince, then that's what happens. I think that it's very hard for people who are very well known to accept all that, but it's what you get.